It's your boy Rick here with Danger Zone Sports, bringing you a brand new Giants video. Well, that movie sucked. The ending was predictable, the pacing was all over the place, and it just left me feeling underwhelmed. But enough of the movie metaphors. The New York Giants were defeated by the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 20-15. Despite it happening to us a few weeks ago, you are not going to defeat the Cowboys without scoring touchdowns. That's just a cold hard fact. The Giants had success moving the ball, but they just failed to find the end zone. The Giants outgained the Cowboys 303 yards to 293 yards, and they were able to dominate the time of possession, 35 minutes 37 seconds to 24 minutes 23 seconds. But the Giants were stifled on the ground. They were held to 26 rushing yards on 24 rushing attempts against statistically the worst rushing defense in the league heading into this week. And this isn't like either game last year. The Giants were very much in this game. However, it was their inability to reach the end zone which ultimately did them in. The Giants had drives of 7 plays, 11 plays, 15 plays, 11 plays again, and 9 plays that all ended with 3 points. They were able to move the ball. The Giants defense gave up really one big play, but was pretty solid on the night. The Cowboys were efficient on offense. Dak connected with his receivers, leading to several scoring drives. The running game was also productive, helping control the tempo. And speaking of tempo, it was difficult watching this game at times with all the flags, especially in the first half. Some were righteous and some were ghost flags, but I'll get into that. The Cowboys took an early lead and maintained control throughout, limiting the Giants' scoring opportunities. Overall, it was a collaborative team victory for the Cowboys, showcasing their strengths on both sides of the ball, while the Giants faced challenges in execution. But on to the breakdown. The Cowboys received the ball first. The Giants' defense held them to a 3-and-out. Then the Giants got the ball. The Giants' offense opened up in rhythm, and Malik Nabers made his presence known early and often, converting on an early third down on a 39-yard reception from DJ, as Nabers went 12 for 115 on the night. The offense was cooking until a bullshit face mask call on Bellinger threw a monkey wrench and everything. So, the referee calls face mask on the wrong team. There was definitely a face mask, but Bellinger was the one who was getting his face mask grabbed on the play. So now, instead of a 3rd and 2, we went back to a 2nd and 18. The Giants continued to drive, which ultimately resulted in 3 points. So now the Cowboys receive the ball back, and they go on a 13-play drive. And in another bad call by the refs, we had a flag for holding, which was thrown, but ultimately picked up by the referees, resulting in a touchdown by Rico Dowdle. The Giants' second drive of the day is another lengthy drive. As the Giants were moving the ball down the field, we had a free play thanks to offsides on the Cowboys. Giants took another shot down the field. Slayton got behind the defense on a free play. DJ underthrows him for an interception, which is called back. No harm, no foul. But this is another pattern that we're noticing with Daniel Jones, throwing these long passes short and not really being able to connect on any of these shots that we're taking down the field. That's something that he's going to have to clean up, which hopefully he can clean up during the season. If not, Dable is going to have to make a change, not necessarily at the quarterback, but with the play calling. But we know this man wants to take shots down the field. He wants to open up the offense. That's pretty much what he's wanted to do since he's got here. But nonetheless, Giants drive ended another field goal. So the Cowboys get the ball back. This drive looks like it's going to be a quick one as the Giants stopped them on 3rd down. But wait, Mike McCarthy leaves his offense on the field. Mike McCarthy showed no respect for the Giants defense going for 4th and inches on the Dallas' half of the field, up 7-6 in the second quarter. But they convert. Next play, CeeDee Lamb routes up Tay Banks for a long touchdown. I must also mention Tyler Nubin, rookie, took a bad angle on the play, which allowed CeeDee to score. But that's another top receiver abusing Tay Banks. So far this season, Tay Banks is going up against Justin Jefferson. He's going up against Terry McLaurin. He's going up against Amari Cooper and now CeeDee Lamb. And Majority of these guys have had their way with Tay Banks. Well, 3 of the 4 really had their way with Tay Banks. So remember all that noise about, the Giants secondary being the problem and CB2 being like the most worried. Giants really have a CB1 problem because Tay Banks right now is not a CB1. He's a good player, but he's not that guy that you can throw on the other team's wide receiver one and be all right. Because those guys that are like that are going to get theirs. Teams don't shy away from Tay Banks. They don't throw away from Tay Banks. They don't plan around him. He'll defend. He'll run. He'll stay on the receiver's hips, but he's not really taking the ball away or making a play to stop them, and that's been evident these first 4 weeks. But on to the Giants' next drive. Devin Singletary almost fumbled, but he didn't. Now, I noticed he wasn't wearing gloves. It looked weird. I got to look back on the previous week to see if he was wearing gloves, but he was playing this game without gloves. But, he almost fumbled, but the ground can't cause a fumble. So the next play is another underthrow by Jones, which was almost intercepted. But, hey, what you going to say? Hey, we're beating a dead horse here. This is more of a timing thing. Like, there's things you can do. Like, he has the arm strength to get the ball down there. It's not Josh Allen, obviously, or Mahomes, but you can do things like throw the ball earlier if you know that you want to get it down there to your receiver. But this is another 3-point drive for the Giants. Cowboys get the ball back before the half is up. Kayvon gets his first sack on the year. Hooray, Kayvon. You're in the sack column. You have been playing well the past few weeks, so I'm not going to hold the sack total against you. Playing edge is more than just sacks, to be fair. And then the Giants knee on the ball to end the first half. Second half begins. Tyrone Tracy fumbles on the kickoff, which was ultimately recovered by Manhurst. So another special teams disaster averted. Knock on wood. The Giants go on a nice 11-play drive, which ended in a field goal. DJ threw a dart to Slayton on this drive. He actually hit Slayton a few times. But, we can criticize him for his underthrows. I can also celebrate his accurate throws. Cowboys get the ball back. They go on a 8-play drive of their own, which resulted in a field goal. Aubrey hit a 60-yard field goal. That guy has a leg. The Giants need a nice young kicker with a leg. It's not hard to do. There's kickers coming out of college all the time. There's not the XFL, the UFL. You can upgrade that kicker, considering that Graham Gano is getting up there. He's now injury prone. We've missed games because of him. But our kicker actually did well today, so he didn't miss. He actually scored all of our points, all 5 field goals. So there's no shade to him. I'm just, we can use a nice young kicker moving forward. The Giants and the Cowboys traded a couple of 3-and-outs. And then Giants got the ball back. DJ with another underthrow on a shot to Slayton. So, 3 underthrows that I've highlighted for Daniel Jones today. But the drive continued. It was a 9-play drive. Darius Slayton actually dropped a pass at the end of this drive. Some people will say, it was a bad throw. It wasn't. It hit him in the hands. He threw it away from the defender where his guy can get it. And that's something that Slayton, he's a vet. He needs to be able to bring in. But the Giants scored another field goal. Cowboys went on another 10-play drive of their own, getting another field goal. And now the Giants get the ball back. So Wandell runs a route short of the sticks on 3rd down, on the first 3rd down. The Giants wound up converting, but I don't know why these guys are running short of the sticks. It's like the Giants game plan looked like, throw it short and get yak. And even though they took some shots down the field, but they was overly relying on yak. There's situations where just, go past the sticks, so we can keep the drive moving, because you put us in jeopardy. It's 3rd and short, and now we don't convert 3rd and short, and now it's 4th and short, 4th and inches, and if you don't convert that, it was like, damn, you should have just ran to the sticks, and we would have had the first down. But let's move on. So Wando runs short of the sticks on the first 3rd down. On the second 3rd down, Wando drops a pass that was right in his breadbasket. That's something that you need to be able to pull in. You're a professional, sir. Like I said, if I could highlight DJ's underthrows, I can highlight his receivers dropping passes. This all contributed into this loss because the Giants didn't score any touchdowns. They didn't score any touchdowns because they missed some 3rd down and fourth down opportunities, and a few of them were via drops. But speaking of drops, Wando drops the pass on 3rd down, and then accepts a 4th down. So DJ does his best. He rolls out. He throws to the sideline. He hits Nabers in the hands. Nabers drops it. He falls awkwardly and suffers a concussion on the play, and he's out for the rest of the game. It was that kind of game. Now, there was no more scoring on the night. A few things to note. Aubrey, who has never missed a field goal, missed his first field goal at the end, trying to ice the game, which gave the Giants a last opportunity to go down and score some points to tie the game. And on 3rd down, Daniel Jones launches a deep Hail Mary pass, which was intercepted. He was targeting Hyatt. It was, I believe, his first target of the night. I don't know why Hyatt is involved in these games, really. He's the 4th receiver on the depth chart behind Nabers, obviously, Slayton, and Wandell. He needs to, I don't know if it's a him thing or what. It has to be a him thing if he's 4th in the depth chart. But if he wants to see more action, he has to earn it. And honestly, when we drafted him last year, we figured that this is a guy that's going to stretch the field, but he hasn't really seen the snaps. Well, at least this year, he hasn't gotten really that many snaps. But we want to see him be a part of this offense because he, the kid has wheels and he can catch. Maybe his route tree isn't the best, but I figure that's something that he's been working on these past couple of years. But that concludes the breakdown. The Giants are back on the road next week in Seattle, which will be another tough task. This is our 3rd year in a row playing them. Another team Dable and company has failed to beat as of yet. We will see the Cowboys again on a Thanksgiving for a Turkey Day showdown, which is weird that we're playing them on another short week, but what you gonna do? Well, that's all I got. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, and comment to let me know your feedback. I look forward to bringing you the next video. Once again, it's your boy Rick, and I'm signing off. Peace.